Hi guys, I'm Stephanie Weaver from artforpaws.com and welcome to my studio. In my first video, how to paint a pop art pet part 1, I showed you how to paint using analogous style of colors, which is essentially choosing a grouping of colors from one side of the color wheel. Well, today I'm going to show you how to do a pop art style painting in monochromatic style. Now, monochromatic is a painting style where essentially you choose one color and you work in those various tones within that color. Monochromatic painting is a style that is really easy and fun to paint an animal, and with this style, the simplification of the colors can really help you portray the animal's attitude. Whether they're happy or sad or they got busted for doing something they shouldn't be doing, you can really portray that feeling through color. Like the analogous style of painting, you can also combine monochromatic painting style with complementary color to get that extra punch in the pop. So here's an example of one that I did of my dog Bacon. He got busted chewing up the roll of toilet paper, so he has that nice guilty look, and that's one of the reasons why I picked the blue. But he was so cute, I had to throw in some yellow with it. So to help choose the color you would like to use, we can briefly discuss a little bit about the colors and why you might want to choose one color over another. So for example, my two favorite colors to paint in are actually orange because it gives the feeling of energy, and then my other one is blue, which gives that calm, kind of sad, maybe in Bacon's case, guilty look. Other fun color choices are purple. So if you want that regal feeling, like you can get a cat, they often have that kind of feel about them, so you might choose purple there. You also have green, which is kind of calm and tranquil. And then of course your traditional black and white. There are actually a couple colors that I don't use in monochromatic paintings, although I love these colors as a whole. They are red, which is often emotionally charged, so I choose not to use that one in monochromatic paintings. And then I also don't use yellow because it's just hard to see. So red and yellow I typically do not use. In today's demonstration of a monochromatic painting, I'm going to show you guys Martini, who is a red golden retriever mix, I believe, and I'm actually going to use ultramarine blue because she kind of has that guilty, maybe a little bit sad look, like she knows you're going to leave soon. So I chose ultramarine blue. So let's get painting.
With all my paintings, I start with the eyes, which I know is different from most artists. I choose to start with the eyes because at the start of every painting, I'm very tight and intense. So the eyes, where I need greater control, is a great place for me to start. The eyes are the only place where I do not use a singular color in a monochromatic painting. And this again is something that I choose to do in my style because I believe that the soul is in the eyes. And if I get the eyes right, the rest is going to fall into place. Then I move on to the darkest areas on the left first. I typically move from left to right in acrylics. Again, this is different from most artists. We've all been trained to do all the darkest areas first on the whole painting, which works well in oil, but not so well in acrylic because acrylic dries so quickly. So I paint lightly in ultramarine blue so that I can easily build the layers from using ultramarine blue. In the initial painting, I move rather quickly so I can paint wet on wet for easier blending with titanium white. By blocking in the various medium tones, you can see the face is really starting to take shape. It's very important that I call out the shadows to shape the face. Still building the colors, I alternate between lights and darks, as well as fixes any structural issues. To continue to build the depth of the color, I go back and forth on lights and darks, and I go over the dry color areas several times with the same color. Sometimes I mess up, and when this happens, I'm painting wet over dry paint. All I have to do is clean my brush, and with some water still on the brush, just wipe away the mess. Without washing my brush, I grab some white and paint in the background. It's okay if you go over some of the pet because it adds some soft line, which is needed to help make a 3D look. Once I have the structure of the face where I want it, I check the highlights again. A trick is to squint your eyes really hard to where you can see through your eyelashes, and you can readily see the difference between the darkest of darks and the lightest of lights. Now let's add some finishing touches, some indications of individual hairs with some highlights and dark under those highlights. Add in the whiskers, and if you get the whiskers a bit thick, just clean the brush and wipe away the excess with a wet paintbrush. And finally, some finishing touches in the eyes and around the nose to really deepen those structures.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's painting and got some good tips and tricks to painting monochromatic style pop art. If you liked the video and enjoyed it, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe below, leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you guys want to paint next. So go ahead and subscribe so you'll be the first to know about my next video. And because I do so much more than videos, stop by my website, www.artfur, that's fur like a furry animal, paws.com, where I share more paintings, and I also honor military and service working animals. I love hearing from you guys. So leave a comment, get in touch with me on Facebook. That's facebook.com/artforpaws. And I'd love to hear what you guys would like to paint and what you guys have like to learn, even whatever questions you might have. But until next time, keep painting and keep creating.